Okay, we're rolling. I just dropped my brother off and I'm on my way home. And I just stopped at the Harley's place. It's not a Harley place anymore. They sell like dirt bikes and stuff like that only. So, I still have $50 worth of credit that I could spend on something. But all I could get is a dirt bike hat or a dirt bike t-shirt, and I doubt that they make them 4X. So, I took too long. Anyway, so I'm not even sure where I am here actually, but we're trying to find the road back to Fredericton. And I'm speeding, so I better slow down here because I don't want to get a ticket. Good old St. John. Plus, I'm not sure. I think I gotta go. Well, we don't want to go there. And that might be the... That could be the road right there. Kind of look familiar. We had... we went to Ozzy's, and I highly recommend it. But if you go as a couple, you can get a large seafood platter, which has got 8 clams, 8 shrimp, 8 scallops, 2 great big pieces of fish for $31.50. And I have half of it left over. So, Mom's going to get herself a treat. And hopefully the cooler will keep it cool enough till I get it home. Boy, there's a trooper. This is West St. John. And it's beautiful out here. And the reason is, it's not foggy. It's not raining. It's one of those rare sunshiny days. Whee! Okay. Wow. So Ozzy's is O-S-S-I-E-S. And that was pretty good, actually. Nope, there's a whole bunch of... I'll have to pull over here before long and get myself a pop. Oh, Fredericton, straight ahead. What luck is that? My brother's amazed at my ability to drive around and not get lost. Here we go, hit her. Ooh, look at that. The VIP. Okay, so we're now on the main highway back home. It's 4:30. I should be home by 6-ish. I think I'll wait to get home and I'll eat. I'll have to stop for a possible wee and maybe get another bottle of pop or water or something out of the cooler and back. So my brother's here till Friday. Today's Monday. So I'll come back and pick him up after lunch. we've been getting lots done the last couple of weeks. And like I say, he hasn't been down here since, well, for 41 years he keeps pointing out. 40, well, that's 1980. That was a long time ago. Yep. They say New Brunswick has been logged over totally, something like 7 or 9 times since the first settlers came here. Holy smokes, I'm tired. Never got a lot of sleep last night. Gotta watch out for moose on this side. From here to Fredericton, there's a lot of moose get out in the highway here. Shouldn't be too bad right now, I hope. Excuse me. Allergies, waiting for that to kick out. I'm allergic to something. Wow. They're coming around now. Last night coming home from down here, there was RCMP officer had somebody pulled over. Here, I got the old nose spray going. New Brunswick is a very picturesque province. I think that's what it's called, actually. Now, a lot of you guys watch the videos for see where I'm going and that, but you can do the same thing almost on Google Maps. You won't get the the winter scenes and all that kind of stuff, but you'll get the Google Map street view for almost all of it. If you go down to the street level, there, the bottle of water's done. If you want to get lost, just park your car and just walk into the woods. If it's quiet, you won't hear the highway. You'll have no idea where you're at. There's a car right there, please. Looks like a Fredericton police car, actually. I had an uncle that was a sheriff up here. He'd go from St. John to Moncton every day, dragging prisoners back and forth between the two prisons. Him, and he'd throw his dog sheriff in there. They'd shackle the guy to the drivetrain, and my uncle's dog would stare at him the whole way. He says pretty near all prisoners were quite respectful of the dog. He says, I can't tell you much about myself, but they were very respectful of the dog. And the dog was friendly, but you would never know it. Take more than an hour and a half. It'll take me 2 hours. Now the other day when I was bringing my brother back home, we were on the river road, which is not this one, of course. So I could show him other parts of New Brunswick. I've taken you on this road before if you go back in the videos. I just want to get home. I could stop at Costco and get some Skittles, though. I got a chuckle out of it. My cousin, we couldn't eat all the food from Ozzy, so she got right into it right off the bat. As soon as we put the plate or the thing on the counter. But I'm telling you, I'm tired. I didn't get no sleep again last night for one of those nights. Get myself all worked up about where I've got to go. I've got to try to commit everything to memory. Now, when we come back to Canada, we didn't want cable TV. We didn't want mobiles. And there was something else we didn't want, we didn't get. And you'd almost think we didn't want the internet because we don't go and get the other system, but as some of you might know, when you retire, things get a little tight. Because you always get these unexpected bills. Battery for the Jeep. Tires for the Jeep. 2 sets of tires for the Jeep, actually. We almost had to buy a set of rims. What else is there? Anyway, we got lots of it. Oh, my wife had to get glasses. All sorts of things. Won't be long, we'll be entering the Gagetown military area. This is a nice little area around here in Wellsford. It's kind of like the border of the weather between St. John and Fredericton. The weather they get through here is, they get a lot more snow, a lot more, well, probably be about the same amount of rain. We sure got a doozy the other night. I'd sure love to own a mountain. That's not happening. But there is a mountain in our family. There's one here in New Brunswick, and there's another one in British Columbia, I think, called McPherson Mountain. There we go. The St. John River is off to the right. Quite a ways over, I would think. But if I wasn't in a rush, I'd be taking you up the river road. Here, we'll bump it up a little bit. So we're about 45 minutes out of Fredericton here. That puts us at 5:30. And an hour home-ish. You know, I could buy myself an ice cream. Huh. Sounds like a good idea, actually. Except I'm in no man's land here. And then I get it sticky fingers and I get drip it all over my clean shirt. Sounds like a good idea to me. Oh, I can't. I was going to get the pop out in the car when it was moving, but I got the leftover clams over top of it. What's this, moose? Must be jumping off the cliffs. Well, my cousin's husband's a Chicago Blackhawk fan. Well, how do you do today? That's nice. Oh, and my wife sent me a video of our neighbor. He's cutting the bottom fields today. That's a good feeling for him and me. As long as this weather holds out, he should get himself quite a few bales. Curious on how he picks them up. There's a nice little mountain right there. And to have a mountain on the top, it'd be nice if you could see the Bay of Fundy from up there, and a panoramic view, like 360. But there's probably not too many of those places around. You can get yourself a nice big telescope. There's a nice big rock collection down there. This is a fairly new highway. The old highway's just off to the right, which is was the main highway between St. John and Fredericton for till the maybe 80s or 90s, long time, 90s I would say, where they got this here kind of prettied up. It's picturesque to go along the river if you come up this way for a drive. New Brunswick does have all the services and anemones, or whatever you call it, the services, whatever, that you could want. Not like too many 5 stars here, but there's still, you can get decent accommodation. If you like seafood, to be around the coast, although you can get good seafood anywhere in New Brunswick. And I was saying to my brother today, we could go into where we bought the lobsters, go into the reserve there in Fredericton, and for $10 you can get yourself a nice sized lobster, you know, a little guy. Grab yourself a little bit of coleslaw, potato salad or whatever, or just go up to the drive-in and get some fries, and you can have yourself a lobster and fries for lunch. That'd be pretty good. Somebody left the road. Made a big mess. This is a pretty dangerous stretch of road in the wintertime too. A lot of moose, ice, snow, blizzards, can't see. Some sign there. No trespassing. Can't read it, can't stop. It's 25 degrees out. It's beautiful. Be a lot hotter up here as we head north. A bunch of logs, looks like cedars. "20 years ago we were going to build a log home, and the guy says you got to do her soon because most of the big cedars are gone." We're now in the military zone. It's a huge military base, and that's our training grounds off on the right and left. It's an armored corps, I think. It used to be the home of the Black Watch, and they disbanded that for some reason. I have a cousin that's in the military in the base here. Beautiful. Oh, there's a bunch of apple trees in there. This used to be a little farming area here before the base took it away. A little village. Not sure if it's the name of the place. I think maybe Blissville or something. And here we are. Petersville. But before that, there. Not many places to get an ice cream cone out here. Now, is it a soft ice cream cone or a hard one? I can get a hard one if I go home. And I can't remember the last time I had a soft one. And if you get it dipped in chocolate, then for sure it will be on my shirt. There we go. Seen a car from Maine today. This one's from Ontario. So we can travel across Canada now. Not sure the whole deal is on it. My brother had to show us COVID stuff there. His vaccination thing. They had to put these fences up to keep the moose and the wildlife off the road. They can still, you get that horny moose, boy, he'll no problem knocking the fence down if he wants to get through. Looks like they need to mow the ditches here. Boy, oh boy. More AC. So my brother will be here till the 27th of this month. Today is the 9th. So whatever that is. And I've got quite a bit, pretty happy. I got quite a bit done with him. Been inspirational in getting some of this stuff done. I'm real happy that we went out and got that woodshed done. I was going to wait till he came back, but it's done. So now I can start lugging wood, the rounds that I cut, and get them hauled up to the house to split. He can split if he wants when he comes back, don't matter. I don't mind doing it. And hopefully there'll be some boards for the keep working away on the woodshed. get it sealed up, or the you have to excuse me, I just do a lot of yawning when I drive. Need to be inspired. My wife, she just falls asleep in here, and I'm not stuck on my. I will drive. I don't not all that keen on her sitting here as a passenger. Here we go. I had a Jeep like that once. I was broke down on the side of the road like that more than once. Oh, somebody went through the fence there too. Beautiful in here. This is what an Acadian forest is supposed to look like. A mix of trees. Many species of trees. Biodiversity. When you start removing all the trees and replacing them with one species is when you start to create problems in the ecology. Wow. Somebody says that when you have, I think it's scallops, I'm not sure, don't drink milk. Have to check that out. Warm in here. You get the air conditioner on full blast. And we must be less than half an hour out of the city now. Some provinces have more money, so there'd be more signs. We don't have a lot of money here, so there's not a lot of signs. and it's don't have a lot of, there's not a full coverage with mobile phones, so if you're dependent upon Google Map or something like that, you better take some screenshots, especially if there's no buildings around on the sides of the roads. Like here, there might not be no tower. I'm pretty sure all the way through the main highways between the main cities have got coverage, and you don't need it anyway because you just have to go straight. But if you're off of these country roads out like where I live, the mobile phone service is iffy. It's like our internet, iffy. Works one day and don't work the next. Nope, there's a big raven. A large forest that's not being used for anything. They don't have to look after it much, if at all. And we're out of the training area now. But it's still part of the base. Oh, here they are. They're mowing. That's a long day. But the bush should be cleared right up to the fence line. And that's it. There are no more fences. Splat. The law. Pull over. Get off the road if you can. Slow down. Oh, some big hairy bikers there. Yeah, what the hell? I was like disappointed. I still have a Harley t-shirt from that place, but they don't sell them anymore for whatever reason. Big beaver down there. That'll be on the road before long. to check when I get home whether the video from yesterday uploaded or not. I forgot to go up to the garden and give you a peek of what's going on there. And I got my work cut out for me. I've got 13 bags of sawdust to move up there now. But not tomorrow. I gotta go to the hospital. I gotta take the dog in and get him home. There we go. Of course, I'm the only one that slowed down. Moncton. Not going there today. I want to be going too fast through here. Yeah. Follow the markers. Then we'll be on the main highway from Halifax to Vancouver. This should be Trans-Canada Highway number 1. And I don't know if it's 4-lane all the way across the country or not yet. It should have been 40 years ago, but you know how things are. Some provinces aren't going to do it. They don't want to pay for it. Highway 2 Trans-Canada. I thought it was 1, but it's the big one. It's the main drag. Now we have to figure out how far we are. Maybe 30. That's ice cream. A lot more traffic now, 5 o'clock. Stay in this lane because the right lane's a merged lane up here. Be a lot of cars coming onto the highway. Or at least there can be. Just going over the Oramonto River. It's not the deepest river, but you can still get a good sized power boat up most of it. But I have to ask my friend if you can get a power boat or his power boat into Lake Oramonto, but it's highly unlikely. Here you don't usually see jet boats. Not sure why.
That's all, folks.
I'll be back.